He says, not
Hello,
realizing that
Internet!
looking further into it.
It is 7 o'clock. It is Sneaky Devil. It is a Tuesday, which means it's Fanfiction Contempt Theater 9001. And,
Yay!
today, Axe Force and Matin are here.
Yep.
Yep.
Axe Force.
Axe Force and Matin. Anyway, as I was saying, we're joined by these two today, as always, with your typical regularity. And as always, I have shit queued up to go. So, as always, the link is in Discord down below. And as always, do not contact these authors unless they specifically say they want reviews. At which point, they pretty much waive their right for me to tell you not to contact them. Because they ask for it.
Yeah. We still highly suggest that
Not
you be
wasting
nice
your
to
time
them.
on it. Yeah, well. I guess that. Anyway. I think we got everything covered. Yeah, let's get to it.
Yay.
Fuck you, man.
It is a fantastic joke.
I hate you so much.
What the
It
fuck
is a
did he just
great
post?
joke. Oh no, I sent it specifically to Max because you wouldn't get it.
Fair enough. I probably would not have. Alright, let's get on with it. So, this is a Harry Potter creepypasta crossover.
What? Why?
Harry by proxy. Harry Potter's uncle goes too far, and a broken and bleeding Harry is left in the cupboard. However, he is rescued by Slender Man. How will Hogwarts deal with a corrupted Harry Potter? Harry Potter times creepypastas. Darkish Harry. Teen for creepypasta goodness and language. Manipulative Dumbledore and Weasley bashing.
Well, we've already talked about our problems with bashing before. Like,
Yeah, we've bashed bashing. Quite significantly so.
it's dumb.
Anyway.
That's really all there is to say about it.
So this story, if you can't tell, is going to be shit.
Now, Sneaky, we haven't read it yet. You can't prejudge it like that.
Actually, I have.
All right, never mind. Then carry on with your judgment, I suppose.
Yeah. So this is why we're starting at chapter 2. So chapter 1 was basically Harry gets the shit kicked out of him, and Slender Man actually is Slender Man, and he's all creepy and shit, and he's on the edge of the vision, and these are weird static sounds going on, and the door unlocks on him, and Harry walks out after him. And then right at the end, Slender Man gains a southern accent and tells Harry that he's going to protect him and stuff from the evil people, and
Not
he
sure
should come
why
with him.
he would ever do that, because it's, Slender Man.
Well, it really depends on the lore of Slender Man you're going with. I mean,
Fair enough.
there is one Slender Man that does kidnap children to unexplained reasons. So, I mean, you could interpret that as he's saving the kids. Well, I mean, he could be eating their souls. Who knows? Anyway, so, this is... I clicked on the chapter, so I was like, okay, that was a bit dumb. I don't know why Slender Man is Southern, because he specifically started as a German, in terms of, like, the lore that got built around him. Like, the first, the earliest accepted sighting of Slender Man, quote-unquote, is in the Black Forest in Germany. So I don't know why specifically he had a southern accent.
Oh wait.
Fuck you, that's why.
So the
probably.
place where all the Romans got murdered.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, is it really murder if it's a battle? Whatever. They got their ass.
Anyway, so the author's note is what set me off on this one. Fuck you, Sneaky, it's good. Fuck you, Zeeks, it's trash. Anyway, so the author's note is what murdered my soul.
Okay.
Okay, fuck you, Zeeks. That's not the point.
Uh,
So the author's
it
note
is
is
the
the
point.
pastas may seem a bit out of character if there was ever truly a canon personality to most of them. Which, I mean, that's fair. That's true. There's not really a personality beyond they murder people. So no one freaks out. This isn't the canon Potterverse. Half of these pastas wouldn't exist, like Ben and Smile, back in the 80s. So this is probably closer to the present, or at least 2010-ish. I know a few ages are off, but canon 17-year-old Tick Toby didn't seem right for most of his depictions, same as a 13-year-old Jeff the Killer. So I took autistic liberties and adjusted the ages a bit. Now, I purposely did say autistic there.
yeah, we know.
Yeah.
No one missed it. We just aren't commenting on it because we think it's
As we've said before, I hate every single story that fast forwards time and doesn't make that an important part of the story. Noodlehammer did that. He made his Harry Potter like start in the 2000s instead of the 90s. And he actually made the fact that technology is significantly advanced between the 90s and the 2000s like part of the plot.
Mm-hmm.
And I say I hate stories that fast forward and rewind time for Harry Potter, because as much as I hate J.K. Rowling for various reasons, she did in an interview rightly state there is a reason she did it in the 90s. Because guns are more prevalent. Well, on the black market.
We have discussed this
But,
many,
yeah.
many, many times.
Guns beat wizard, bang bang, Voldemort dead. Yeah, so things would be a little bit different. Now, understandably, the laws did get passed. They removed all the guns and whatnot. That was a thing, but until then, guns were there. For love of magic is shit. It's got really slow pacing. The Harry Potter in it is really edgy, which, if you know Noodlehammer, that's basically what all of his main characters are. So I can't disagree with you on that, really, no. I like it, though, because it just, it goes into runes, and it goes into the magic, without being like, X, Y, Z equals MC squared. It's like, no, magic is the magic because you believe it. And it's like, yeah, that's kind of how, magic-y magic works. So that's why I like this story, and I wouldn't say any of Noodlehammer's stories are highbrow.
Yeah.
Harry Potter has an uncle, like Snape. What? Anyway, so let's get into the story so you can all see this for yourself.
Yay.
Apparently you hate the author of the origin of the fanfiction. I don't...
What?
Apparently you hate the author of the origin of the fanfiction. Not like this.
Do they
Well,
mean that we don't like the author who's writing this?
I'm not quite sure what that is supposed to mean.
Yeah.
I don't either.
Harry followed the tall figure into the denser forest. Denser than what? Eventually, the moonlight was blocked out by the crisscrossing branches overhead. Once they were completely in the dark, Harry felt something like a gust of cool wind, but it felt as though the world were shifting around in the darkness as well. It wasn't uncomfortable, actually, it was a bit exciting. He suspected that this what was those roller coaster things were like that Dudley rode on at amusement parks. Oh, okay. Hey, Arn, I appreciate the money. Rubbing hands intensify.
Oh, why must you do that?
When the feeling stopped, Harry looked around and saw that they were again in a forest. Though he took a breath and noticed the air smelt different. Looking up, he saw the moon was shifted from the position they'd left. This makes sense to you guys, right? Yeah?
Yeah,
no
problem so far.
Okay, because I was already lost by this point.
I mean, insofar as I don't expect any of this to make sense, there was a creepy breeze, and now they've gone somewhere else.
Well, that's part of Slender lore. Yeah.
I know. I'm just saying,
thing,
I know. I'm just saying they've gone somewhere else.
Yeah.
Right?
Excuse me, sir? He asked tentatively. The figure looked down, even though he didn't have eyes, giving the young child his attention. Where are we? The figure nodded. Again, the voice returned. It sounded like it was coming from the tall man, but it was purely from Harry's own mind. Max, do you want to be the Southerner, or do you want me to really cringily do it?
You can cringely do it, because my southern accent is not something I can just do on command. It just happens.
I'm glad you seen the change. As for the formalities, my name is Slenderman. One
Why
word.
you always go Southern Baptist? I need to know. I need to know for my own peace of mind. Just real quick.
Southern Baptist is the most entertaining.
Okay. One word.
Continue on.
Though you will find some of my associates call me Slendy. To answer your question, we are in the rural forests of the northeast coast of America. Apparently he lives in the northeast coast of America, but he's got a southern accent. Fucking okay.
Good job, Sneaky.
No, in the previous chapter it says southern.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Oh, well, my name is Harry Potter. What about
There's
southern?
nothing about South. I think you made that up.
I think I might have been a bit drunk when I was originally reading this, so I'm just going to roll with it.
You've already come this far. Might as well.
Sneaky's accent has now traumatized me for life. I never thought that would be for Slenderman's voice.
I'm so sorry for your lost child.
Everybody else is just saying, people are like, just roll with it.
Just fucking roll with it at this point. Oh, well, my name is Harry. Harry Potter. 2 words. We're all the way in America? Harry thought back. He remembered a history lesson about a place called America. Fucking I hope so!
I would hope we'd have heard about the traitors cunts over the Atlantic Ocean.
It was supposed to be short for the real title. The United States of America. They hadn't learned much yet besides they separated from Britain a long time ago and helped out in wars. Helped out in wars? More like carried your ass.
Continuing on.
Yes, New York State, to be exact, Slenderman replied. Harry remembered seeing a globe once in the classroom. Isn't that like 1,000,000 miles away? The Slenderman gave an echoey mind chuckle. 3,000 miles to be exact.
I'm sorry. This is terrible. This is a garbage story. It's absolute garbage. But your accent keeps me from real. Like it's like the accent is just stupid and entertaining enough.
Fuck off, mate. The U.S. didn't carry shit. Oh, I suppose you're gonna tell me Norway actually did something in the war.
I mean,
they probably did. I don't fucking know. I don't
Yeah.
care about Norway.
oh my god, Sneaky.
Can you two not have this argument in the middle of a stream?
Max, I'm not having an argument. I'm having disappointment.
Go settle this in the stick fight game or something.
No.
Wow, the child whispered. He had never been anywhere outside Little Winging. How did we get all the way here? The faceless entity gave the impression of smiling. Just something I do. The pair continued walking in silence through the dark forest. Harry listened as dead branches, mulch, and gravel crunched under their feet. I'm sorry, mulch crunching? What fucking kind of mulch are you doing?
Also, why is there mulch in a like is this like who's curating this forest with mulch?
Someone's curating. It's the north. Dude, it is the northeast. It is entirely possible someone goes out every day to curate mulch in the middle of the forest.
Okay, yes. That is
The pair continued walking in silence. After some time, he looked around and saw a drawing tacked onto the tree with a figure that looked distinctly like the entity next to him. Mr. Slenderman, what's that? He pointed. That, Harry, is the artwork of an individual who lives nearby. She draws all of us, though she has the tendency to draw me and put them up on the surrounding forest. I believe it is her idea of a game. That or she thinks I won't see it unless she puts them out in the forest. Slenderman responded. She lives with me and my others like myself in a mansion up ahead. That is where I'm taking you. I have an associate that deals with medicine. He can help you.
an associate. I'm sorry, and obviously I understand this is Slenderman here, but whenever you tell someone you're taking them to meet an associate, it doesn't matter how innocuous the meeting is, it becomes 3,000 times more suspicious.
To be fair, yes. Using the associate does tend to make things sound much more suspicious.
Like the associate could be an old lady who deals in cookies. It's like, I'm taking you to an associate who specializes in cookies.
What kind of fucking cookies are you selling, lady?
Yeah, it's like, how have you made cookies sound suspicious? The word associate.
There's an old lady down the street. She's an associate of mine. If you knock on her door and ask for the right stuff, she'll give you something good. She bakes cookies on Thursdays.
Yeah. A, Max, we need to steal that joke. B, but like, you see what I mean? Before he told you it was an old lady that baked cookies down the street, you're like, what, does she give out pot brownies? What's going on here?
Slenderman is in this? Yes, Slenderman is in this. That's who I've been doing the southern accent for this whole fucking time. Come on, Spidey, keep up.
I don't know. If this is his way of coping, let him continue, Sneaky. This might be how he copes. Oh god, I really hope not, Spidey.
Ah! Let's go. Harry nodded. He had never been to the doctor before. Once he was sent to the nurse after Dudley beat him up.
Oh my gosh, this again.
Oh, what, the whole neglect thing? Yeah.
Like, we never even took him to the doctor.
Once he was sent to the nurse after Dudley beat him up again. His cousin got away with it unseen, of course. But the Dursleys were livid about it when she mentioned the bruises. They immediately blamed it on his delinquent behavior. I don't know any fucking school nurse in existence that would just be like, oh, he's clearly a delinquent. I'm just not going to report this.
You should probably watch more shonen anime then.
Okay, you know what? You cannot use Japan as a standard for anything.
Sneaky, we're reading fan fiction. There's not much we can use as a standard at this point.
By the way,
Yeah, that's
Sneaky, have something when just the next time you can't stand it, just go to memes. There's a snake that's waiting to say hi to you.
Dude, I don't want any fucking dick pics.
What? No, it's a literal snake.
That took Sneaky a bit to workshop that joke. Are you okay, Sneaky? Are you already drunk?
No.
You're normally faster on the uptake than that.
I wouldn't say drunk.
Are you buzzed?
I'm not quite sure what buzz means. All I know is I have had a couple. Okay. Blah, blah. They continued walking for a few minutes before Harry made out the faint glow in the distance. As they approached, Harry's eyes adjusted, and right in the center of the forest was a large mansion. Harry couldn't make out many details, but from the windows it must have been at least 3 stories high. He and Slender Man walked up to the front wraparound porch, and the old entity opened up the slightly taller than normal door and ushered him inside. Harry looked in awe at the foyer. He'd honestly expected something a little bit more dilapidated, but everything here probably would make the Dursleys green with envy. The wallpaper was an old-fashioned blue and black floral design. The wood floors and panels were all the same dark oak. A few portraits were hung on the walls, but it wasn't too decorated aside from a mirror and end table against the wall, a chandelier and a grandfather clock, and some more tables and a vase and flowers. Wasn't too decorated, guys.
Yeah, no big deal.
Yeah, no big deal. Slender Man led him through an archway to another room. This one had red and maroon floral designs, lots of chairs and couches, a few end tables, and a vacant fireplace. Please wait here, Harry. Sorry. Please wait here, Harry. I need to go find Jack, my associate, so he can give you proper medical treatment. He's gonna get euthanized.
Honestly, I think Harry's about to get a colonoscopy.
A surprise colonoscopy. No.
Okay then.
Now I'm just imagining Slender Man with suspenders.
And of course,
Like overalls and suspenders.
Yes.
Yeah.
Has he got a shotgun on his shoulder?
No, but he does have a piece of white wheat sticking out of his mouth that he doesn't have. It's just like
Where
extending from
holding...
his face.
Sir, where are you holding the wheat?
We might need an edge banner. Harry nodded and watched as the figure walked out of the room. Harry noticed the ceilings were slightly higher than normal, as the tall entity didn't have to crouch down to get under the archway. Slightly taller than normal. Fucking Slender Man's like 8 fucking feet high.
Yeah.
Yeah, Slender Man's got a family. He's, family with Ben, the ghost, and Smile, the dog, and Jack the killer. And, he's got a homosexual relationship going on with Jack the Killer. It's on the down low, though. Don't judge him for it.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't joking about that part. That's a thing.
I don't care.
Not in this story. Just in the fandom.
Yeah, like I said, I don't even care.
Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Paintings, blah blah blah. He thought the paintings were cool. Blah blah blah. He looked at one portrait. Blah blah blah. Oh boy, it's a portrait with the Slender Man and 3 others. One was a figure that looked like him, except he had glasses on a nose, the correct vision for non-existent eyes, and wore a tan sweater. Another looked like the Slender Man, except for the large toothy grin. It seemed predatory, and the grinning figure also wore a gray fedora and trench coat, and had a bright red nose in its hand. And he was immediately drawn to the central figure of the painting. This one also looked like Slender Man, and it also wore a black suit. Except this Slender Man was dressed like a clown with a top hat. That's Slender Man's family.
Yep, makes sense.
I can feel the pain coming off of you, Sneaky. Are you okay?
Yep.
No, I think we might need to move on.
Is it really that bad for you?
I mean, it's...
It's not your cup of tea.
My name's Sally, and this is Sammy. Harry, sorry. My name meaning... I'm Sally and Harry? Sally and Harry? What fucking movie is that?
I mean, there's a movie There's a movie called When Harry Met Sally, and the only reason I know about it is because it's my mother's favorite movie.
Oh, okay. It's sort of, I'm a ghost. I died when I was 8, so I guess I'm older now. Poke. She returned his poke. And he blinked. I thought you were a ghost. Actually, I've seen ghosts like that. But any ghosts Slendy ever showed us were like me. And my uncle... okay, so Sally is apparently another creepypasta who is basically Jigsaw but a small girl. Got it. Got it. Okay. Slendy's nice. Slender Man family. Slendy, trendy, offendy, and splendy.
Yep, everything seems to check out so far. Carry on.
Zeeks, we need to have an intervention.
Why do we need to have an intervention?
Because Zeke says this story is good.
I mean, there's nothing, like, objectively wrong with it. But
I mean,
I'm not going to sit here and read it because I don't actually know anything about creepypastas. The most I know is Slender Man in the forest, and that's it. So
This story, well, Lupine has shit fucking taste then.
hold on a minute. We're not. We can't.
I am calling his taste shit. Fucking fight me.
Sneaky taste
I-
objective.
why don't we just move on to the next story?
We are. Don't worry. Okay, so this is another one that was wrecked to me. I did say we were going to do Orphan Devil, though, so let's actually get round to that. Orphan Devil? Where's Orphan Devil? Oh, fucking, I thought...
Apparently someone just joined the Discord. I'll just go ahead and pop them over into rank and file.
Did we already read this?
I don't know. What is it?
Wait!
Thanks.
No, we did read this. I
Orphan
remember
Devil.
this. Yeah, this is the super edgy Naruto who tried to date Rias and Akeno and then got shot down by literally every
That's right.
girl
And
and
you were
then
like, "Oh, we should come back for chapter 2 of this."
right. I did say that. I completely forgot to mark chapter 2 now.
Go ahead. Come on.
No, it's here now. I haven't heard a single valid complaint about proxy in this whole rant why it's bad. I said it's cringy. It physically hurt my soul to exist. I didn't say it was bad.
Alright, just what this comes down to is Sneaky's tastes are not what that story is.
Yes.
There's
I'm sorry.
nothing-
I draw the
I was gonna
line.
say-
Look, before the Slenderman family thing, I was like, okay, this is a bit I'll keep going, and then I hit the Slenderman family thing, and I'm just like, my soul
But here's
just
the thing,
aches.
Sneaky. Here's the thing, Sneaky. You should just put this under the category of, because I didn't see anything grammatically wrong with it.
Yeah, no, there's nothing.
No, it was written just fine.
Yeah, that's
This
what I'm saying. And character-wise, no one seemed horribly out of character. Like, I guess technically you could say the Dursleys were out of character, but since we never actually interacted with them, it doesn't matter.
Have there been any fictions covered on this fucking stream where the Dursleys weren't out of character?
I don't know.
Like,
I don't think so.
I don't think I've ever heard you guys actually. I don't think you guys have ever actually said, "Hey, good on this author for not making them completely horrible people."
No, there's been one or two where we were like, oh, they haven't made the Dursleys the absolute scum of the earth, but that's the closest we've gotten.
Yeah, more or less. Yeah. Oh, congratulations! You didn't bash them like everyone else, but you're still sort of, kind of, minorly bashing.
But at least you didn't make them, child rapists this time. The fact that that is a sentence I can say in all seriousness
At
with
least you
the Harry
didn't
Potter
make them
community.
child rapists this time. That is the lows we have seen on this podcast.
See, my favorite part about that is this time.
Yeah, the fact that that is something I can say in all seriousness is very worrying about the Harry Potter community on fanfiction.net.
That's actually fairly worrying.
I should never be able to say that outside of a joking manner. And yet here we are.
And here we are in school. Chapter 2 introductions. Momo walks into the classroom
Cool.
and
Where's the link?
Oh, fuck you. That's where the link is. Also, you properly inducted the person into the, not gatekeeping, right? Good.
He said he did.
Good. Scene D Knight. Welcome aboard. Easy. Oh, hey, it's a snake. Yeah.
You feel better now, Sneaky?
I do.
I knew it would make it. I knew it would make
Wait.
it better.
Oh, this person actually got custom art for this story, apparently. I'm pretty sure this was just their author profile last time. They got someone to do what may be a badly made Photoshop.
It looks like a badly made Photoshop. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the only...
Go on.
You need to go look at their profile picture.
Why?
Oh,
I shouldn't have laughed at it, but
Oh.
What?
I think it just caught me off guard.
What the fuck is this?
What is this?
That's a shot from the Boruto movie, and Usain Bolt's just fucking
Country
Boruto.
Jamaica. This makes so much more sense.
You're terrible people, the lot of you.
Tell that to Sneak Fuck, who calls himself a critic, but calls things shit because he doesn't like them. Isn't that what a critic does? Last I checked, that's what critics do.
No, Sneaky, in theory, a critic is supposed to provide reasons for the dislike.
Fair enough. But
Yeah.
last I
Normally-
checked, we never called ourselves critics.
Have we? I don't know. I feel like we may have slipped up. I think we might have slipped up in one of the episodes.
We might have slipped up in one episode, yeah.
We've certainly never stated that we're qualified to offer critique.
We have actually said on multiple times, we are by no means expert writers, expert editors, or expert critics. We never promised anything besides shit.
Actually, according to Zex, you call yourself a critique?
Oh, I call myself a critique.
I'm not. I think they meant critic, but
you see, that's what I just interpreted it as. Because I'm a nice person. I don't harp on someone who's attacking me with ad hominems when they mess up their grammar.
Except Sneaky, he was in fact correct there, because you did in fact say that it was bad without offering objective reasons as to why.
Oh, that's true, but he's claiming that's because I'm a critic, and I'm not doing what a critic's supposed to do. Just like how Movie Bob's a critic. Yeah, fanfic snob, I'll accept that. I'll wear that badge.
If you get
what
actual
badge?
Critical thought out of Sneak. Wow. Wow, you're...
I mean, he's not wrong. Getting critical thought out of me is pretty damn hard.
It is indeed.
Fanfic snob, that is actually the most accurate description of Sneaky we will ever see in this chat.
I'll wear that.
He's a fanfic snob.
I'll wear that.
Like, I have notoriously low standards. I can get enjoyment out of everything because I don't have varying degrees of suspension of disbelief. It's pretty much just an on or an off switch for me.
Oh, I wish I had
but
that.
Sneaky's Sneaky is critical through his own lens, and he makes it very known.
I'm hypercritical of my own work. Let it be known, I do not play favorites. There is a reason why none of my stories have gotten anywhere, because I sit there and I'm like, wow, that's a dumb fucking idea.
And you also just straight up deleted them to prove a point.
I deleted all of them.
They're just gone now.
Normally I at least care to give a reasoning. Well, I mean, they could also care to not make that story.
This is unfortunately one of Sneaky's buttons. There's a very specific thing. There's a very specific characterization that he is not a fan of, that he just doesn't like. And it only occurs in what would be arguably out of character moments for things. So like the stuff going on with the creepypastas there, arguably they would not be characterized that way. That's not what they were meant to be characterized as.
I mean,
but
like,
because they're so vague, the author can twist them to be that way.
If this story, before we move on, I'll say one last bit on this whole thing, and then I'm ignoring everything past this, unless it's dealing with the new story. If the story, as you said, Max, if the story had been specifically Slender Man finds Naruto, this interpretation of Slender Man saves children, Naruto, fucking holy shit. Harry Potter saves Harry Potter, and he raises Harry Potter for some fuck all reason. I'll accept it, fine, whatever. And then we get a Slender Man personality type Harry Potter and Hogwarts. Sure, fuck it. I'll read that story. Probably would drop a follow on it, not a favorite. Probably wouldn't tell anyone about it, but I would still probably read that. But instead we got Slender Man picking up Harry Potter, being like, yo, even though I'm supposed to be an entity born from nightmares and shit, I got like a family and stuff, and they're called like trendy, suplemi, whatever the fucky, depression, you know. And we don't have any of the other creepypastas there. That I would have been cool. They're just Slender Man. Maybe even Slender Man and the ghosts of the children he saved in a fuck off mansion in fuck off nowhere. That would test my limits, but I would still probably accept that. Instead, we got fucking Jack Smiles the clown who's gonna murder you, but also it knows how to heal you because he's an associate with a medical degree.
I mean, technically
Yeah.
speaking, yeah, you probably could trust him to heal someone, but since I know nothing of the backstory for any creepypasta, I can't say one way or
This
the other.
isn't a Slender Man born of nightmares. It's explained in the plot. See, the small little problem. This is something. I know I said I want to go on, but this is something we've talked about before when it comes to crossovers. You can't do a double AU. We've talked about this before. Double AUs are one of my triggers. I'm gonna say that because I think they're dumb and it ruins the premise of a crossover. You know?
Yep.
It's like I'm coming here to see Mass Effect crossover with fucking, I don't know, Dragon Age. Oh, but it's a Dragon Age AU where everything's steampunk, and it's a Mass Effect AU where it's gangster. Fucking, then it's basically not even Mass Effect or Dragon Age crossing over at that point. You know? Like, double AU defeats the purpose of a crossover because at that point it might as well be an original fucking story. Momo walked into the classroom, blah blah blah, sat next to Naruto, Case on his left, Murayama sitting in front of him. Naruto-kun, why were you running around in your boxers, and who are these two shadows in your apartment? Who were those two shadows in your apartment? The white-haired devil asked her best friend. Naruto, Murayama, and Case glanced at each other. Well, you see... Flashback. Blah, blah, blah. They all woke up in the bed together. Oh my god, she's so hot. There's some naked vixens. Oh man, gotta love the... Yep. Gotta love the fanfiction community. Making Kurama say that.
I'm sorry, what? I wasn't paying attention. What did they do?
The fanfiction community's obsession with making... Because Kurama said, like, kit, like, once or twice. Apparently he says kit every single time he speaks and refers to all women as vixens and mates.
Yep, checks out.
Yeah. It's like Worm, where Danny says kiddo every fucking time. He called Taylor kiddo once in the story. And for some reason the fandom is like, oh man, that's just the go-to word for Danny. How you doing, kiddo? Kiddo, how you doing? Kiddo, hi, I see you, kiddo. Kiddo, tell me things. Kiddo, kiddo, kiddo.
I feel like he has a problem, Max. What do you think?
No, I don't have problems. I have solutions.
You very clearly have a problem.
I have solutions.
No, you have a problem, which is further compounded by your drinking problem.
I don't have a drinking problem.
What? Yeah, okay. You don't have a drinking problem, then neither does Ricky.
No. Ricky goes through bottles of alcohol a week. I go through it once a month. That is a acceptable speed to go through a bottle of alcohol.
I know people who would argue differently, but okay, fair enough, I suppose.
I'm in bed with two naked girls. Why am I thinking about Rias and Akeno? Blah, blah, blah. Good morning. Aren't we energetic? Wow, it's your fault for being naked. Oh man, my dick's so hard. Blah, blah, blah. 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 Perversion. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. What the hell are you saying? You're beautiful as all the people I love. I'm confessing my love to you. Blah, blah, blah. We love you too.
You know what? Can I just... This is partially to do with lazy ass authors. And also partly due to terrible tropes in anime. I'm gonna take a moment. And Max will back up on this. Sneaky. Gun Build Fight is an amazing anime because there's a main love interest, and she wants to get the protagonist to notice her. So you know what she does, Sneaky?
Stab his family.
No, she finds out what he likes and then starts doing that.
Is Atin cutting out, or is
No,
that
Atin's cutting out, yeah.
Okay, you're talking about build fighters, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Since
Okay.
apparently I'm
Yes.
cutting out, you explain China to him and why she's actually a fantastic love interest.
Yeah, China is the primary love interest of our main character in Gundam Build Fighters, and you know how the Notice Me Senpai meme basically started, Sneaky, where the person just would not make any attempts to start a relationship?
Yeah.
She does the exact opposite. She decides, I'm going to figure out what he likes. I'm going to try and get into it myself so I have something in common with him, so I can talk with him about it at the very least.
Okay, makes sense.
And she does it.
Okay.
You
And I
don't
was
see
just
that
saying
very often.
that it was so very refreshing to see that specifically in anime, but in fiction in general. It's like, what if I tried to get the attention of the person that I want by finding out what they like and doing that? Well, gee, that's almost like what a normal fucking person should do.
Okay.
And
yeah.
I was just this story made me think of it because she spends all that time going, why won't Naruto notice me? I love him so much in the first chapter, and I'm like,
Oh yeah, for Hinata, or in this one?
in this one, I mean Hinata too, but
Hinata did make strides at least.
yeah, she eventually did, which was good.
Anyway, so Naruto's apparently running through the streets with only his boxers on, makes the declaration that it would be stupid again, and then it gets revealed, oh, he's been running through the streets with his boxers on.
Why would he be doing that? We don't know. Well,
oh my god, was Naruto naked? Oh man, I didn't know he was that fit. Blah,
And
blah,
I'm
blah.
uncomfortable now.
Blah 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 blah. Meet Sona. Blah blah blah. You're totally in love with them. Flashback end. Blah blah blah. I don't know what you're talking about. Something happened. Blah blah blah. That used to be us. When did it happen? Then it hit her. Their friendship deteriorated after Naruto's confession. No, not after Naruto's confession. After you decided to talk to Naruto, who just confessed to you, about what he thinks would help her get the boy she likes. That's when your relationship started to deteriorate. Anyway, so blah blah blah, Koneko eating at their table with sweets. How dare that bitch take our seats? That's a bit extreme.
Nah, it checks out perfectly. No problems. None at all.
Really? Not at all?
No, I mean, doesn't that just happen in every high school?
Fair point, maybe. Maybe it does. I don't know. Considering that no one ever sat at the table I sat at because apparently everyone was afraid of me. Which...
That's because you're a violent sociopath.
You weren't wrong.
I know.
Blah blah blah. Naruto, I understand you're angry, but you're not strong enough to fight them, so don't be stupid. Thank you for supporting me. You also have your mates supporting you. Blah blah blah. Don't worry, I'm alright. Koneko, I'm not gonna date you. Ha ha ha, I wasn't gonna ask you out, bitch. Which got everyone's attention. I was just gonna tell you that your sweets fell on the floor. And Barra's Koneko turned red. Thanks for the help, Kurama. Don't mention it. Oh, so he used Kurama voice on her?
What? Okay, yeah, sure, whatever.
What the hell? Momo was shocked as Koneko. She never expected Naruto to say something to Koneko. You know what? I can't stay here any longer. I need some time to myself. As the girls sit back down. Fucking... Beep, boop.
Do you have a problem?
This
Sneaky?
is how humans interact. Beep, boop. Naruto sighed heavily on the roof. Blah, blah, blah. Koneko ruined my day. That bitch.
What the?
I
What
wonder
is this?
if this author has ever interacted with real women.
I don't
just
want to
wondering
disturb
what
your
the thought-
precious time, but have you thought about what happens if Rias finds out? Well, if she did, I'm sure Sona Kaicho would protect me. Why are you sure about that? You haven't even fucking met Sona yet.
Of course they have. They just haven't told you.
Of course. Momo, blah blah blah. You seem to forget I'm the one who brought you here. Blah blah blah, blah blah blah. I brought you food. This tastes so good. Yup, this is great. You'll make a great bride.
What is going on in this story, man?
Hee
Like
hee
we've gone from not moving to
I'm
the
so
speed of
glad.
light.
I miss talking to Momo. Then give her another chance. I will, as long as she doesn't try to talk about other boys with me. You know, Momo, I'm gonna give you another chance. You're so cute. I'm sure a guy would be lucky if they get to be the husband for you. Momo super blushed. I'm sorry I have to go. Weird, Naruto remarked as the Kyuubi laughed. This physically hurts my soul.
Oh, come on. It isn't that bad.
It isn't that bad, he says.
I mean, you know, comparatively to some of the stuff we've read. We have actively read worse.
Yeah. We have.
Now, I'm not saying that's a good thing. I'm just saying we have actively read worse.
Rias and Sona play chess. Looks like you got Issei. Yeah, I put all 8 pieces into him to resurrect him. I can't believe when you went after the pervert. What did you see in him? Truly speaking, I don't know. I just want to possess powerful sacred gears. Why are you asking me about this? I thought we talked about this before. Ara, you asking me a lot of questions about Issei-san, Sona Dono. Are you interested in him? Sona doesn't answer. Akeno asks that she made the next move. I'm already interested in another person who is suitable for my team. Oh, you got another member, and here I thought your pieces were finished. My extra pieces, which shocked Rias and Akeno. What do you mean extra pieces? Yeah, my sister gave me 3 more pieces. 2 knights and a mutated piece. First 2 pieces I gave to Muriyomo and Katase after they defeated my other knights in a normal spar.
How many have they used already?
They used their entire chess set apparently, but now they have 4 knights and a mutated piece. My eyes have glazed over and I feel my soul leaving my body.
I'm pretty sure that's not how it works.
Guess it doesn't help I never watched Naruto. When I learned how long it had been going on, I didn't even want to start. Okay, I'll give you a...
Boy, then you should never, ever
honestly,
hear about One Piece.
I keep being tempted to sit down and record, like, Sneaky Explains X Fandom. So I can just direct people to that when we read fanfiction. And
Please,
I'm sorry, what are you going to do?
Sneaky
Extra
Explains... No, Sneaky... Yeah, exactly. Sneaky Explains X Fandom.
Listen, I will gladly
No.
assist you with that in the fandoms for which I am qualified. Well, none of us are qualified, but you know
None
very
of
well.
us... See, my only problem is that there's so many many other people out there with like large audiences who have already done. So this is Naruto. So this is Bleach. You know, like I don't. I just don't feel like my any video I made would like, you know, actually.
Yeah, but we have to have
views.
our own stuff to whore out. Otherwise, what kind of YouTubers are we?
Yeah, I know. Well, we're pretty shitty YouTubers, as I haven't uploaded a single fucking one of these videos in weeks.
Well, that's a you problem.
Oh my god, Sneaky.
Well, no, look at it this way. Like, I've been looking at the stats and shit. We used to get like 20 plus views, 30 views, 40 views, sometimes even 50 views on our videos. But ever since this whole fucking shitstorm with Google and all the different changes they've made to the algorithms and all that stuff, we've been getting like 6 and 7. And actually, in recent videos, even less, because people like Isley don't show up to our YouTube videos anymore, they show up to the Twitch. So, like, we've been getting like 4 views.
Yeah, but like apparently it'll be even angrier at us because we haven't been consistent. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Well. Oh no! What are we gonna get dropped down to? 1 view? Oh fucking! Oh, that really changes things. You know, like I rather do putting Max to work. Whoops. I rather do a bullshittery like thing where we because this podcast can get boring for some people. That's understandable. We don't always have fantastic moments. I rather take all the fantastic moments.
Most of our moments are terrible.
And be like the best of February, you know, the best of March, and just,
yeah. But you know what the worst part about that is?
You'd have to go through all of them and take out little snippets.
I'd have to sit through all of this again.
Yes.
I tried
Max,
with the first 2
I would be willing to help you with that. Like, we can take, like, half and half.
I'm sure I can find my little notebook where I just marked down, like, timestamps with little tiny quotes. Like, Atin's had an amazing quote during the first podcast. I didn't realize we were in Final Fantasy.
Max, here's what we should do. We should do it together. That's how we'll do it. We'll use the power of Kingdom Hearts, friendship, Final Fantasy to get through together.
Yeah, but how would you collaborate on that? Like, you can't really. I suppose you could
just have it on in the background and just like be like, I can't take any more of this, and switch off.
It depends. Like I said, though, I don't think going forward posting the raw and edited footage is gonna be even like remotely a good idea.
And I agree with you. But we will continue this another time because I'm sure our fans are bored out of their gourds.
Oh well, they're bored out of their gourds regardless. This story makes me want to die in a fire, and I mean that's actually pretty impressive. Oh, my extra pieces.
I don't know if anyone's been brave enough to cover Berserk, man.
No one's been brave enough to cover Berserk. That's just a fucking shit
So there's
show.
not much point in covering Berserk because Berserk isn't done yet. But then again, that's because it goes on hiatus every 4 chapters.
Indeed.
That's if they're lucky. At least he got off the boat.
We ever get an explanation as to why Berserk does that?
The author has bouts of sickness. It is a recurring thing. And honestly, at this point, I'm kind of glad that he does it though, because with the way he's been doing chapters, he's apparently managed to keep the quality the same or greater going chapter to chapter. But there's a good chance that he might croak before he actually finishes.
So he might George R. Martin it. Got it.
Here's the thing. I hope he has like a nice long series of notes so that someone can read with time Berserk.
I think it's been mentioned that he did do that. I think, like there are people who know how he wants it to go and end.
Okay, good, because like it would be a shame if Berserk never got finished because then I'll never be able to actually watch it and catch up or read it and catch up. Because I've never actually seen Berserk. Like I've never bothered with Berserk because I know it's not done yet, and I know it goes on break every like 4 months. I know it's fantastic, but that's all I know.
Well, not the anime.
I know not the anime, but like everyone's like Berserk is fantastic. I feel like I've committed some kind of horrid sin, and that's why you're all so quiet.
No.
Anyway, ignoring
It's all
Adam's
good.
choice in literary works.
You enjoying all these custom builds, Atin?
I mean, that's the first one you've sent me in quite some time, but yes, I have been enjoying them.
Alright, so,
not the first one.
who
I
is
just
your,
sent you a
here we
mess
go,
Like half a dozen.
really, your knights are so weak, Akeno asked. Really, then your
So
knights are weak, Akeno asked. That's not a question.
What?
It was their teamwork which
phrase
beat
that
my
differently.
knights. So they possess sacred gears? Sona nodded. What's their sacred gears? That's for me to know. And who's the last person you used your extra piece on? Uzumaki no Naruto. Rias was surprised the blonde was alive since she had left him to die. Ha 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 ha, you can have him. Because he wouldn't have been any use to me. What is this characterization of Rias? What?
I don't know.
Why?
Did they?
What?
Did they like put like a Rias bashing tag in there or something?
I think so. Why would you waste on a piece on him when he does not possess power? Ara, that Naruto kid. I seen him when he arrived. I could barely feel any form of magical energy, Akeno said in a thinking pose. Sona and Tsubaki surprised they didn't feel his devil power. Did he learn how to hide magic power? But how? That shows how weak he is, Ria said as Sona glared at her. You must be thinking of Issei instead of Naruto-kun, Sona growled. Naruto-kun, Tsubaki said to herself. When did they get so close? That's a good question, Tsubaki. You should probably run before you get pulled into the Naruto harem.
Along with like Issei.
How
Too late.
dare
Already
you?
done.
My Issei could beat Naruto with or without a sacred gear. Fucking Issei couldn't beat a goddamn fly with his sacred gear early on. Ria said when the idea came to her. How about a spar? What? I said, how about a spar?
So I know we just like killed these people and made them our meat puppets for eternity. How about we make them do a Pokemon battle now?
How about we fucking Pokemon battle this? Yeah.
Oh god.
Trainer Rias has challenged Trainer Sona to a battle.
Oh.
What is going on here? This is violating so many EPA standards.
Like they would care about that.
Are you scared Issei would destroy your Naruto with his pinky finger? I doubt that would happen. I meant we should at least help them unlock their devil power. It's your funeral because Issei would be unstoppable when he unlocks his sacred gear. Fine, how about we make it interesting? If Issei wins the match, Naruto Uzumaki will stop asking us on dates. Wow, Bucho, that's a great idea. I'm sure Issei would win. You're quite confident of your pawn. Of course I am. Sona sighed.
I just want to say something here. Naruto and Issei, they're gonna, you know what? They really need to go complain to OSHA. Like, this is not a healthy work environment at all.
This is Japan, remember? There's no OSHA.
Whatever Japan's equivalent of OSHA is.
Does Japan have an equivalent?
I mean, I don't know. Max, look it up.
Wait,
Japanese equivalent of OSHA.
Wait, fucking, excuse me, what? What if Naruto wins?
It
Then
is apparently
Koneko
the
will go
Jisha.
out with him.
Japan Industrial Safety and Health Association appears to be the closest
Isha?
approximation.
Japan?
Jisha?
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 Jisha. It doesn't have the same ring to it.
They actually have a page in English specifically. So good on them.
Why though?
Well, probably because they do a lot of business with foreigners.
Or specifically so that people can see that there is a Japanese OSHA.
I can't answer the question, Atin, without getting in touch with someone at the government offices.
We'll go ahead and do that. I hear the government offices are very friendly in Japan.
You gonna pay the long distance?
What? You can't
Just call
send them an email?
collect.
Surely they have an email. Yes, call collect. Let the Japanese people fit the bill for our curiosity.
I will inform Naruto. If he accepts, we have deal. And this is checkmate. Well, better luck next time. Damn, she always wins. But only when it comes to chess. Are you sure, Bucho? Don't worry, Akeno. He may possess power, but no sacred gears. This gives us a huge advantage.
How?
And if by some miracle he wins, then Koneko would reject him again. But you just bet that Koneko would have to date Naruto. You can't be like, oh, well,
Clearly-
lol, Koneko can just, dump Naruto.
Well, no, I mean, here's the thing. In theory, she only has to go on one date with him.
That's
and then
true.
she can go, no.
That's true. You're right. Blah, blah,
See,
blah.
that's the problem. The problem here is that the person making the bet is stupid. They didn't specify, like, a period or a set number. They just said, if he wins, you have to go out with him.
Yep.
If he loses, he'll leave you alone forever. Like, no
Yep.
matter what happens, it's a great deal for the other side.
Yeah.
Because if they win, they never deal with him again. If they don't, well, one of them has to suffer once.
Okay,
at
so
worst,
stereotypical nurse, anime nurse, I should say. Blah, 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 Naruto, busty nurse, blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah.
All right.
And
Steve,
here I
if you
thought
could
you
use the
liked me
English
better.
words, it sounded like you said Naruto the busty nurse. Which, I mean, I'm sure that's happened at some point.
What the hell is going on here? She never was like this before. I was just asking. She is on lunch break. I wish she was here because she always seemed to keep Aki in check. Oh yeah, both nurses' breasts are super big. Oh, thanks for that input, Karama.
Yeah, because we 100% needed that information.
Alright, now take your shirt off. Time for your physical. Oh, wait a minute, I actually attended the last physical. You idiot, take this chance to tear up that ass.
I'm sorry, what?
Apparently, Kurama speaks like a black gangsta, yo.
A, please don't say things like that. B, yeah, that seems to absolutely fit Kurama's character.
Are you crazy? She's older than me. Oh, I did. Silly me. Is there anything else? Are you sexually active? Oh, shit. What kind of question is that?
Okay, listen. I'm
An
pretty
actually
sure no
valid
school nurse
medical
has
question?
ever asked that.
Yeah. Literally every time you see the doctor?
Like, I was gonna say, pretty much only a doctor would ever ask that. A school nurse is, like, not going to ask that unless the kid comes in and is like, listen, my junk is itching like crazy. And even then, they're gonna be like, go see a doctor.
Yep. A virgin, I can instruct you. Is this a joke? Oh man, you're so innocent. We learned about this stuff in sex ed. Oh, I bet Rias is setting this one up. Oh, but have you tried doing it? Let me lick your nose. The next nurse shows up. What's going on here? Oh, help me, other nurse. Aki-sensei is weird. Don't worry, Naruto. Go to class. Come and see me later. She blew a kiss at him. What the hell? Ugh. Hasaga held onto her head in pain. We were told not to approach him. Aki frowned. It's different. We're told not to interact with him if he's still wearing the necklace, and now he isn't. What do you mean? He's not wearing the necklace. That means we can finally tell him we're... Oh. I put down $10 on they are his wives. His assigned wives from the yokai faction.
I'm sure they are.
Blah blah blah. I hope they saved a seat. Blah blah blah. Fighting over a seat besides Kiba. You don't like him. No one likes him except the girls. Hey girls, what are you doing? Naruto, what are you doing here? Can't talk to Naruto. We're talking about a serious topic. Kate sneered at him. And Naruto frowned. This is the reason why we hate him. He seems to have power over girls that make them ignore their boyfriends. I used to have that power too, Kurama replied. I don't even want to know. And sat down in the seat they were fighting over. Hey Kiba, can I have your notes? Kiba ignored him. Hey Kiba, Erza Sensei came into the classroom naked. No response. Hey, what's that book you're reading? Kiba grunted. Naruto, give me that seat. No, Naruto, give me that seat. Damn bastard, what's wrong with you? Not every girl, Yudo said, imagining the beautiful hot girl, Tsubaki. I finally figured it out. You're homosexual. I'm what? Kiba shouted. Everyone got silent. No, not my Yudo-kun. You must be, or you wouldn't be ignoring the girls. How dare you call me a homosexual?
Who's Kiba again in High School DxD?
The pretty obnoxious boy, part of his peerage, can shit swords. Goes off on a rampage and basically almost kills everyone because he's fucking retarded.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Then why did I hear you held Issei's hand? Oh my god, screw you, I'm straight. That's really not how you want to respond to someone who just accused you you're gay. Screw you, I'm straight.
Okay, to be fair, like, I have heard people respond to it in that direct manner.
I am aware, I'm just saying, it's like... I'm not gay!
I fundamentally agree with you.
Screw you! Yeah, I know. I like I said, I'm aware, I'm just poking fun at it. Don't listen to this friendless bastard. Killer instinct. Let me go or else. Kiba, why are you holding Naruto-kun? Nothing, Sensei, nothing at all. Damn it, Naruto, I told you not to get on Rias' bad side, but that was so funny when you called him gay. Ha 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 ha. Oh. Everyone take their seats.
You called him gay, that's so funny.
Naruto, He gave the girls a glare and sat away from them. They all wondered why he was suddenly acting like this. Seriously, you're that dumb? The sacred gear, Murayama spoke to her. What do you mean, she asked. Nope, I'm not telling you, the sacred gear said to Murayama. Poor guy, I understand the pain, the sacred gear of Kate said. What do you mean by that? He's fine. He just needs to get away from Kiba-kun. You're wrong. If you weren't busy drooling over Kiba, you would have figured it out. Kate was confused as to what her sacred gear was saying. Did I do something wrong? Murayama and Kate thought the same.
You okay, Sneaky?
I think he may be dying internally.
Yeah, no, mild internal hemorrhaging. Mild internal soul hemorrhaging.
Soul hemorrhaging. What level enchantment is that, Sneaky?
Yes. It's enchantment level, yes.
Pretty sure that's not a valid one, but okay.
I'm pretty sure at that level it doesn't fucking matter. Now, don't worry, Naruto, you're gonna meet with Sona. He glared at them. Good afternoon, especially you, Naruto. Good afternoon. Now, Naruto, we're all devils. Yep, I know that. Uh-huh. We're gonna need to talk to you in private. Tell me what happened. This was part of your necklace. Don't tell her everything. I would like to keep this to yourself for the time being. Sona nodded, added the explanation later. That bitch, she never told me that she left you to die. Yes, she did!
She literally said that.
And a powerful sacred gears inside of you? Quote? Question mark? Yep, Naruto replied. And why can't they sense your power? Are you suppressing it? Yup. Sona walked up and hugged Naruto because I want to hug you. Now I met with Rias earlier. I expect the option about if I win. We will come up with something better. So,
I really like that actually one you sent me, Max.
Kaicho, what piece am I? You can call me Sona-chan when we're alone, and you have the lol moments later. Haha, we're gonna cut off the reveal. I'm calling it now. It's gonna be like the mutated king piece or something.
Okay, so I've never bothered to watch D times D because I didn't care. So what's this about the mutated pieces?
Okay, so the devils kind of were dumb and got a shit ton of themselves killed because, you know, evil and everyone backstabs each other and they rarely
Right.
So also for some reason they like have really hard time producing children because incest and yeah. So they were like, oh, well, why don't we make this chess set that turns humans and angels into devils? And, you know, there's some limitations on it, like each devil that gets part of the chess set is the king piece. And the king piece does nothing but link all the other pieces to it.
Okay.
And so they can resurrect only pieces equal to them in power. It doesn't matter if the person's got the shit kicked out of them at the time or if that's their normal power level. Whatever power level they're at when the piece is used on them is what it's compared against to. So like the method of recruiting really strong people would be to kick the shit out of them until they basically can't stand or they're dead. And then you resurrect them.
Right. Okay.
And anyway, so these evil pieces turn X-Race into devil. And they're sort of like put under your control in terms of societally. And not really power level-y. By being part of the King's Peerage, as they're called, your power fluctuations don't cause you to go insane and try and eat human souls, which causes a never-ending cycle of mutation and insanity.
Yeah, this seems awful short-sighted of them.
Yes. It's almost like they wanted to keep people inside the peerage.
Yeah.
So anyway, Queen Peace ups your strength, your agility, and your mana pool. The Bishop ups your mana pool. The Knight ups your speed. The Castle ups your strength. And the Pawn is a pawn. And for some fuck all reason, pawns can declare themselves, you know, I'm a queen now, when they're inside enemy territory, quote unquote. But that's never really defined, because it's like, oh, we're in enemy territory because we need to be. Therefore, I'm now a
Right.
queen. Power up.
Something. Ah, yes, the pawn is secretly the most powerful piece, for it can be any piece.
And then the guy who made the chess sets on the devil's side was like, hey, if I kept tinkering with this, I made mutated pieces, which are like the normal version of that piece, except they also make you, like, strength. And it's like, okay, I guess, question mark. Not much is revealed about this stuff. What, Max?
That's kind of stupid.
Yeah.
That's really stupid.
And so, you
Like,
know, yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I expect humans to be that short-sighted, but I would expect devils and angels, like things that have
Alright, hold on,
notoriously
Max,
longer
Max.
lifespans.
Devils started a war against God.
Yes, and that's not what I'm. Here's the thing. That was for a different reason. When beings have essentially immortal lifespans, they tend to be a little longer thinking, usually. Not
And
always,
the
but
angels did
usually.
the same thing. And so in recent canon, a new system called the Brave Saints was introduced, and it's basically the chess piece system, except with decks of cards instead. So you have, like, the 2 of hearts through the, ace of hearts.
Okay.
And yeah, and then they have special
So basically,
combo
just
moves.
fuck this universe.
Yeah, they have special combo moves, like the Jack and the Ace can combo move together to blackjack themselves and give themselves an extra power up. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Get out.
Anyway.
Fucking.
Yep. Anyway, blah blah blah, you'll be on a special team. Momo, what are you doing here? Naruto, what are you doing here? I'm a devil too, Naruto said. What? Momo, she glanced at her master. I'll explain. Sona explained everything to her. Momo, eyes widened. Bone-crushing hug. Don't worry, I'm still here. Damn those fallen angels. Damn her, I'll kill her. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. Thank you for
Really?
resurrecting
You don't
me.
say.
Blah, blah, blah. Meet with your sister. Naruto, stop staring at my mate. It's rude. Sorry. It's she's so beautiful. Hilda looked at him. Thank you, Naruto-san. She wasn't blushing. Because Hilda got lots of compliments and requests for dates from hotter guys than Naruto.
I'm sorry, I've been tuning this out for the past, like, 2 minutes. What's happening?
Blah, blah, blah. Let's go,
Nothing of importance
Hilda.
was missed, Atin.
He's hiding
Good to know.
something. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Next story. Lovely. I'm so glad we sat down and read this. Yep. Mm-hmm.
No, you don't sound happy.
Oh no, I'm pumped.
You, in fact, sound very angry.
Oh no,
He doesn't even sound
I'm
angry. He just sounds
ecstatic.
drained.
Disappointed.
Oh, I
sad.
am without a doubt drained. My soul is mush. All right, so let's get on to some quality shit.
Make sure you give us the story link.
No. So this is Shinigami 16 by Archangel Azrael. This is a Naruto story. Sorry, this is a Ruby story in which John kills Salem. John
Like
did it.
eventually, or in like the first 3 chapters?
In the first word. John did it. He killed Salem, and Remnant was now safe. But the world he doesn't want to live in anymore. Everyone he loved is gone, and the hole in his heart was too big to mend. So why wouldn't he be desperate for second chance? Thanks to Ozpin, he now has second chance. And John knows that he won't rest until he knows that. Remnant will have different fate. Please review. Blood. That would be all an accurate way of describing the scenery. Lots of blood. Scattered around all over the ruins of a sacred hall. All over the walls, the floor, and even the ceiling is painted by the unmistakable scarlet. The stench of metal and decay everywhere. With the center of this blood-drenched hall, there were 2 individuals. 2 people also drenched in the vile red liquid, and their blades drawn, ready to lunge at each other. They lunge at the target in front of them. The 2 opponents stared into the eyes of each other, violent blood-red orbs in a sea of ebony sclera stared at the silvery white eyes of the other.
Try not to choke to death on your disgust, Sneaky.
Their clothes torn, ragged, and bleached with blood. I'm not sure that's how blood works. Just saying.
Nope, you're wrong.
Blood doesn't bleach
Totally
things.
how it works.
Yeah, no, sorry, Stinky, you're completely wrong.
Of course. My bad. Ugh. The 2 opponents stared at each other. Both combatants. Why? Asked the male. Why did it have to come to this, Ruby? Why did you lose your way? Silly John. This is my way. I just haven't noticed it until I killed that Cinder Girl. You should know you watched the whole spectacle, the girl named Ruby answered. That doesn't explain why you killed everything. What happened to this sweet innocent girl we knew?
The author is in fact correct. That explains nothing.
That girl is dead, just like those weak beings you call friends, and soon you'll be joining them. As Ruby said this, her voice was getting more warped and demonic. Stop it, Ruby. I know you're still in there. This is Salem.
I feel the warp overtaking me. It is a good pain.
This isn't you. It's Salem controlling you. I told you that girl is gone. I may have failed in controlling Cinder, but this girl is a lot more persuasive. All the more reason to stop you here and now. 1 second she was staring at the male in front of her, and before she finished a blink, John was nearly in front of her, ready for a downward slash. Leaping out of the way just in time, Ruby readied her scythe. Why'd you do it, Salem? Why'd you force Ruby to kill everyone? Even her own sister? What was the point? John demanded as he rushed forward again. This world belongs to darkness. The more malevolence is spread, the more this world becomes mine. And there's plenty of malevolence when people die.
I require more hearts. I'm just gonna keep putting in video game quotes until this stops reminding me of them.
Even when more souls from those they cared
I might
about.
just make a soundboard.
There's just a certain satisfactory to betrayal I find delicious. At this point, Ruby's voice was replaced by another woman's entirely. So all of this was some sick way to get off? You're an insane bitch.
Sneaky, I've linked you the most appropriate meme for this.
Oh no.
What is this meme? Is it something you can
No,
share
I
with
sent
the
it straight
class?
to him. I mean, I could.
But Carl, that's heresy.
Ugh.
There you go, Max. I left it directly in shitposts.
So all of this with blah blah blah, such vulgar language. That's a bad word to say, Johnny, Ruby said in her original voice. Don't even try to trick me, Salem. I'm taking Ruby back one way or another. John's hand glowed white, and then he fisted Ruby really hard.
Excuse me, Sneaky.
And then it seeped into his sword, which turned it into a giant two-handed claymore. My, aura manifestation. How exactly did you develop this? I learned a couple things on the way here. Behind her. Oh my god. Suddenly, John faded into a blur. Behind her, the male slowly sheathed his sword, not looking at the foe he cut down. How to do that? On my way. Shinjiri!
Nothing personnel, kid.
Indeed. Screams of pain and agony echoed
Look,
throughout the hall.
I know we're just like making terrible jokes this entire time, guys, but I can't help it.
There's no
like,
one left.
This entire thing is just it's just
We've killed
Sean might be the only one who stuck around. Because Arn and Zex... I think Zex just rage quit and Arn went to sleep, probably.
Everyone's gone, but they'll see this eventually, assuming Sneaky ever puts up the videos.
Fuck you, mate! You can't tell me what to do!
Do your job!
We can tell you what to do, but we can't make you do it.
Hey, you're right about that one.
Well, Sean apparently is getting a kick out of this.
Dude,
so.
I am psyched that you are enjoying our suffering. That means it was worth it. And by worth it, I mean we're going to do this anyway, regardless of how many people are here. But really, I'm just glad you're here to enjoy this because now we look marginally less stupid.
If people enjoy it, it wasn't a waste.
I haven't delved into fanfiction for years. This is refreshing. Wow.
Sneaky, his standards haven't been destroyed yet. You might have a chance with this one.
You, sir, you should go through our backlog. You'll be upset very quickly.
Yeah, we do have a backlog set up on our YouTube channel down below, which, I mean, if
which
you
would be
want
updated if Sneaky ever did his job.
Hey, fuck you! It's got every episode on there until, like, the beginning of February. Yeah. I mean, I really should get around to uploading those videos. But
Fuck, that hurt.
play it all while I get work done. Yeah, that's actually the best way to do it, because it's literally soul crushing horror. So it goes great with paperwork. Screams of pain. That was a cheap shot, and I was caught off guard. Something like that won't happen again. She dodged another swing and retorted with a roundhouse kick. You villains don't shut up, do you? If video games taught me anything, especially a certain game I won't mention, you always take an opening. You think this is a game? Might as well be. Goal is simple. Kill final boss and I win. He compressed his glowing aura into a star and launched it at her. She dodged the star, but got blasted by another one. Unfortunately, she wasn't able to dodge that one and crashed into the pillar of the hall. I'm so glad I mastered that move. I didn't need that to backfire. That was for Ren. He rushed to Ruby and decked her in the stomach. Decked her in the stomach.
Yep, you decked her in the stomach. You see, Sneaky, decking is the process whereby you reach into hammer space and you physically manifest a ship deck with which to strike someone.
Hey, how about this scene? How about you come back on Friday? Because we do this twice a week. I held up 3 fingers, but no one saw that.
I mean, we wouldn't even known about it if you hadn't opened your mouth.
Well, I mean, I'm mildly inebriated right now, so I can't really be held responsible for what I
Only mildly. Hey, that's an improvement over most weeks.
Anyway, as I was saying, you should come back on Friday, and you should drop the link into our Discord, and we'll sit there and we'll read it for the world to witness and shudder and horror.
What are we reading now?
Seeds fic on Friday. I have been awake for 26 hours now.
Go to sleep. You have work.
You're right, I do have work, which is why I shouldn't go to sleep.
No, you need to end the podcast and go to sleep.
No, 31 minutes. I won't be able to make it on Friday, but I'll definitely come back on Tuesdays. Yeah, no, every Tuesday and every Friday, it's 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We go till 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, it's disappointing you can't make a Friday, but understandable. Everyone's got their own life going on.
Yeah.
You know, next Tuesday, bring yourself on in. That'll be the first story we cover. Why won't you die? Ruby kicked John away, reached for her scythe with her murder weapon in tow. Inches before she hit the target, she felt a force repel her scythe. Blah blah blah. His hand was outstretched. He was the one making the scythe fly off. You never had a semblance that does this. How are you doing this? Pyrrha, the girl Cinder killed. Oh no, you didn't. You didn't have. I don't know how, but I know she is always with me. Hi, Isley. Welcome to the Antique
Isley's here for the last 20 minutes. Hey, buddy.
Today
you miss Sneaky Soul slowly flying
the
away.
antique known as this glass of vodka. It is reported this glass of vodka was made approximately 1 month ago and sold in the U.S. to me. I shall now taste test the vodka so everyone can ensure the authenticity of it.
Can you just do your job and read?
At this point, I'm convinced this job is drinking.
I can confirm it is vodka. Unfortunately, I have consumed all the vodka and can no longer feature this on the Antique Vodka Show. Thank you for coming and check in tomorrow for more antique vodka discoveries. Hi.
You done yet?
Yeah, I'm done.
Good.
A young John was looking around, blah blah blah. Blah blah blah, the room was trashed. Star-shaped locket, his partner's sign on the other side. This was Pyrrha's, it has her sign on it. Yup, it was for you. What was that? Show yourself! I wanted to give this to you to show you how much I loved you. So when you're using italicized text to show a ghost talking, usually it's not a good idea to also have the flashback be italicized as well. Just throwing that out there. You know, I knew the locket wasn't complete, so I gave everything into making this. I put my soul in the locket. Okay, Voldemort.
That.
No, I get work's troublesome. My dear John, I love you so much. Pyrrha, is that you? Don't go. Don't leave me. Hush now, John. My time is short, but I'll always be with you. Goodbye, my lovely John. Disintegration sound. Blah, blah, blah. There was a red floating heart inside the locket. The heart moved into my chest.
Great. Well,
Inside.
you made the Kingdom Hearts earlier.
No, this is full Undertale now, boys.
No, I'm sticking with the Kingdom Hearts joke.
Yeah, no, if only
Inside
because
John,
it's less painful.
the red heart touched the white heart, and they merged together, emitting sparks into a pink heart.
Yeah, I get that, Sneaky, but I prefer to make the Kingdom Hearts joke because that will hurt my soul.
No. I reject your reality.
I reject the reality where we're forced to do this for free.
Well, yeah, more or less. That's what Anyway, blah blah blah, snapped out of his stupor, raised his hand to stop his inevitable demise. Oh, okay, he's got Pyrrha's semblance now. So you did a soul resonance by accident. Is that what it's called? I now have Pyrrha in me. And our souls combined, I will defeat you.
Are we sure this isn't secretly a porn fiction?
Okay, no, to be fair, italicizing a flashback is a perfectly acceptable way to do it. It's just you gotta make sure when you want to put emphasis on words, which you would normally italicize, or when you're doing it inside an italicized work, you need to make sure to unitalicize those words to add the emphasis in. Like, the point of emphasis is to be the opposite of whatever is currently being used. So if it's a bunch of normal words, you italicize. If it's a bunch of italicized words, you unitalicize. And that wasn't explained to anyone, apparently. Anyway. Soul resonance, blah blah blah, by our powers combined, blah blah blah, form of a bucket, blah blah blah. There's only one soul that can resonate with all other souls, and they are the Calamity Eaters, they are the Silver Angels, they are the Light Bearers. Interesting. Light bearers, huh? That, just the name drives you up the wall. I wonder if I'm one of those light bearers. Well then, shall we test that?
Something, Final Fantasy and the Crystals.
No, all the light bearers died out in Arcadia. Too bad my family moved the Vale a week before the tragedy. Stay away from me. My. Is there fear in your voice? This light bearer stuff must be pretty powerful. Damn you, she tried to attack Miss. What's wrong, Salem? Ran out of clips to lash out at me, he asked as he dodged more obvious attacks. Or are you finally afraid of me? Hooah, 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 hooah. And blah, blah, blah. How's your medicine taste? Miss. This is getting sad. That's for Weiss, a kicked in the crotch. That's for Blake, a sucker punch. That's for Yang. Drop kicking her. This feels nostalgic. Hug crater face. That was for everyone you killed. This ends now, Salem. Damn you, Salem screamed. Black aura formed around her as she compressed a black orb and began to turn into a reptile alien.
Oh gosh. What was it? I can't think. What's the stupid website that always talks about lizard people? They were right.
They were right all along. The lizard people really were behind it all. This is for Ruby and Pyrrha. Now take all this. The sphere expanded into a 4-pointed star. Everyone who died at your hands. Wait, 4-pointed star. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Cardinal star. Everyone who ever suffered will come back to fight you at full force. Prepare for retribution! Die, they both said simultaneously. Salem launched her final attack while John threw out the Star of Light. They clashed, and a second later, the shuriken gradually overpowered the Dragon Blast. What the fuck is this shit? This is some Black Star level Soul Eater shit.
I was gonna say, boy, we shonen now, boys.
We shonen now.
When does one of them use Shining Finger?
Before she had a Before she had a chance
I don't know.
to
I
realize
better see that though.
the light shuriken sliced through her blast,
You know what?
destroying it and hitting it.
But it's all G Gundam.
No, Jean. Wait, no. Jean is just Domon Kashu.
Perfect.
Jean awakens his semblance during the initiation, and it's just the Shining Finger. And that's it.
No, guys, it's for your shit post. You gotta be like, alright, John, we got some knowledge from the future. You're a paladin. You know what that means? You have to cast light. You know how you cast light? With laser beams. Now Shining Figure that tree.
Yes, I approve.
It's not quite how it works, but it's close enough.
He doesn't fucking know that.
No, he doesn't. I guess we could always teach him the Shining Finger sword, because that was a totally necessary move.
Absolutely, it was necessary.
Oh, God. Although, because of what he does, that means that he wouldn't actually hurt the tree. The tree would actually gain its own aura, I suppose.
The tree turns into an ant.
John, your power is ant creation. You shall create an army of trees to defeat the Grim.
And there's no way that would ever work. How could an army of trees ever defeat an army of anything else? Wow. Anyway. Boom! The result was explosive. Small whisper, thank you, said the voice as she faded away. Soon, she left behind rose petals, black dust, and a glowing red heart. We Undertale now, boys! Soon after, the heart began to fade away too, but it was for naught, because the male scooped up the soul and ate it as well!
Wait, okay.
Now apparently Ruby and Pyrrha are in his soul. It's okay, Ruby. You're safe now. Little did he know the shadow of a mysterious figure followed afterwards. What the fuck, is Sheik in this too?
Apparently.
Come on out, I know you're there. John Ark, is this really a way to greet your superior? What the? Who are you? What do you mean by superior? The now named John exclaimed. Oh. You mean you don't remember my voice? You have failing memory. Cut the crap, man. I don't know what you're on, but I'm not gonna stand here and take your insults, man. I have a world to rebuild.
Don't you understand? I'm Ozpin, the magic dragon.
I'm Ozpin, the magic dragon. I'm Ozpin the White.
I mean,
Oh, you have to use that joke on Ozpin now.
Sneaky, I've already got plans to use the Demi-Lich joke on him.
Well, no, you have to also call him Ozpin the Gray, and then when he comes back as Oscar, just be like, oh, hi, Ozpin the White.
I know, but I feel like Demi-Lich fits better.
Yeah, that's fair enough. That's true. You might be able to understand that reference a little bit better as well, because, you know, standard fantasy. Anyway. Ozpin, if that's your real name, of course it's my real name. I'm gonna call you Carl from now on.
Jenkins. Your name is Jenkins.
Just every single day. Hi, Bubbles. I thought I was Carl. You're Bubbles now. Next day. Oh, hey, Denise. I thought I was Bubbles. You're Denise now.
Then, of course, we got to get Dimitri in there, Vladimir, Frederick.
Of course. Sigismund.
I'm sorry. Are you guys workshopping a joke that I've just completely missed?
Yes. I'm calling
Yeah,
Ozpin.
like you really missed this one.
Yeah, basically because Ozpin, we don't even know if Ozpin's actually Ozpin's real name. That might just be the name of the body he's currently inhabiting. Yeah, so we were just gonna make the running gag of, you know, hi
I'm
Bubbles,
just gonna start calling him by a
hi
different
Denise,
name every day.
hi Jenkins.
Oh. At what point can I start referring to him by model and serial numbers?
Oh, you can start doing that like 3 or 4 days after I start running out of names.
Oh, it's version 2! Are you fucking kidding me?
Max, just start using Gundam serial numbers.
Oh,
God. RX-78? What?
I'm gonna go start. I'm just gonna go tab that and bookmark that page now.
Oh my god.
Did I miss something?
Yeah, Max decided he's going to run with the joke. He's going to call Ozpin by serial numbers. Then I told him to just use Gundam serial numbers.
Right, okay.
Oh, good. Can't wait to call him Musai at some point.
Mr. Ark, I'm your headmaster. No way, Ozpin's dead. I don't know.
When was this written, Sneaky? When was this story written?
2017. October.
Oh, so there's no excuse for this. Ozpin comes back every time. Like, he comes back in a person every time. We know this now.
You know what? Ozpin's dead. I have a curse on myself. As long as negativity exists, I will always reincarnate. You just killed the only other person capable of removing my immortality and finally putting me to rest. What do you mean you can't die? But why do you sound younger? I had to reach you. It's Oscar Pine. Hello, John. Oscar, no wait, you had a different voice. No, I haven't possessed him. My soul went a different body. Blah, blah, blah. My body's dead. So, what is your special way? Have you ever heard of null dust? Null dust is a super rare theoretical dust. However, I know where it all is stored. It's said that null dust can amplify normal dust, but it has the power over time and space. Why the fuck is it called null then? Most can't find this dust from mine or methods, as this dust can only be created with souls. So you're telling me this because I have Ruby's soul. Precisely, if you wish to use time, you must acquire 8 souls. Oh, we Undertale boys!
Only 6 more minutes out, and
This
we just
writer
have to
can,
survive 6 minutes.
this writer can get nulled. Well said, Scene. Well said. Make that 5 souls. I have Pyrrha. Salem was flipping out of it. Called Soul Resonance. You must be a light bearer then. That reminds me how you know about this stuff. I read about everything in the ancient tome I discovered that explained literally everything. Blah, blah, blah. The 3 families were called Light, Dark, and Balance. Light Bearers, Calamity Ears, which I am. And the Silver-Eyed Angels, which Ruby was. Light Bearers have a large aura and glowing eyes. Silver Angels are female and their eyes are silver. And Calamity Eaters have a mark on their bodies. Unfortunately, I may have passed it on to poor Oscar. It means he now shares the burden. Hey, it's not that bad. I just need to add some flavor into the Grim. Yes, John, I eat Grim.
Oh, alright. Just gonna drop that one casually, eh?
He's a fucking undead.
I told you, Demi-Lich.
No, like, he's an undead from Dark Souls. He feeds on humanity.
Apparently.
Just a slight correction. My name is pronounced Sean, not Scene. It's the Irish spelling. Yeah, okay, fair enough.
Wait, who the fuck? Sneaky, were you pronouncing his name Scene?
Of course.
I give up with you. I said his name like 4 times. I give up with you.
Yeah, and fuck yourself. I say how I want. Anyway, you were saying, Max?
No, I'm just having a laugh at the fact that he basically is just eating humanity.
Yep.
Apparently, he seasons his Grim.
Yep, with spices made out of human soul. Private time, where's your mark? Okay. Blackish purple symbol consisting of 9 pentagrams. 9 pentagrams!
Yeah, of course. You know what? They were like, they started with 6, and they're like, you know what? I should kick this up a few notches.
How do I reset? You must absorb all the souls. That will grant you the ability to make null dust. I don't need to do any satanic rituals. No, the dust is produced by the resonance of souls. How am I gonna get souls? Don't worry, we brought these with us. Containing 5 glowing hearts of different colors. Zhao Long, Schnee, Belladonna, Valkyrie, and Mr. Lai. Before they died, Salem left. We managed to save your friend's souls. A person only dies when their soul fades away. Wow, this is just straight up fucking Undertale. Holy shit. I know you guys made the Kingdom Hearts joke earlier to avoid the Undertale connotations, but holy shit. We can't even avoid them at this point. This is literally ripping it straight from Undertale.
It
like,
just straight is.
Not even being subtle about it anymore.
The only thing they haven't done yet is use the word determination.
Yeah. There's a few side effects by the reset. I can't guarantee what will happen. Beware of multiple resets. It creates paradoxes. However, my last gift will be to send you the tome. Oh, okay. Walked over to the 5 hearts. Hey everyone, long time no see. And he slammed all of the souls into his chest. John erupted into a white light and emerged as a new person. His hair grew into a ponytail that reached his thighs. And there was a scarf on his neck. And his torn clothing was replaced with a black sleeveless jacket with a white shirt, I guess you meant to say, with an insignia in the middle, pants that reached his knees, which are covered by black leg guards and black sandals, and made him to resemble a ninja. And his sword and shield sheath were on his back now, but the most noticeable thing was the rainbow-colored angel wings and the two crescents of the same colors forming a halo above his head. And his eyes, which now were pitch black with white pupils.
I give up. I give up. It is 8 o'clock. I suggest we just pull the eject button on this one, Sneaky.
No, hold on. We're nearing the end.
It's like saying, come on, just keep stabbing yourself a few more times. We almost have enough blood.
Exactly.
Oh.
Rainbow-colored angel wings.
That's the promise.
We have yet.
No, that's the thought. That's the thought. That's the thought. That's ripping straight off of the thought.
I still, nothing's ever gonna beat the whole Rainbow Eyes story that we found years ago.
The Rainbow Eyes story was truly what set this entire thing off.
We should have read the first chapter of that. Like, we should have sat down and just recorded it 4 years ago for posterity's sake.
We really should have. Honestly, that's what set us off.
I am the Rainbow Eyes man. I don't got nothing here.
No, it was a self-insert OC who had rainbow eyes and would redeem all of the Akatsuki because she loved Itachi.
What did the summer go? It's like, oh, don't worry, I'm easy to tell apart. I'm the one with the rainbow eyes or some shit like that, right?
Some dumb shit like that, yeah. Is this the power
and then we
of
could
soul
never
resonance?
find it again?
Yeah, nope, never find it again.
Presumably it was deleted?
Probably.
It was deleted because they had a moment of clarity.
Is this the power of soul resonance? It feels like a group hug. John, is that you? Yes, that's John. Now, John, listen to what I'm about to say.
Is this the power of soul resonance? I'm glad to see we're back to shonen.
Well, I'm gonna say reset. Try to find me and tell him the game has reset. He'll take over from there. Now, repeat after me a shit ton of fucking poorly translated Google Latin.
Yay! That's what I want to hear.
If you like Undertale even remotely, like if you're like, oh hey, Undertale was a cool game before the fandom slapped their dicks all over it, look up The Thought. Also look up Glitch Tale. Both of them are extremely, very well done series. Like, holy shit, actually. Blah blah blah. When the last symbol escaped his mouth, a giant glyph with a clock appeared under him. Everything. Please don't commit the same mistakes I did. You only have one chance. What happened? I feel like someone's talking. Congratulations on beautiful twins! That's it, folks. I read a review from a guest named Lightstrife. He gave me the constructive criticism I needed, so I plan on combing through the chapters to make them better. I have more art content on my Tumblr page. I like the premise and the idea of Undertale. I can never actually play it because I have massive hand-eye coordination issues. Not because of alcohol, but like birth defect stuff. So my reaction times are a bit shit, and Undertale is a pretty big reaction time game. So I was like,
because he's sad and uncoordinated.
Yeah. Yeah, because I'm sad and I'll put this in for the Tuesday. I actually kind of want to continue reading this because it's just the right amount of painful. Alright. Okay. I mean, just honestly, just watch someone do like a playthrough. Just find someone who's not obnoxious and watch them do like a perfect playthrough of it. That way you'll get all the lore and understand what people talk about when they say shit.
It's not long either.
Yeah, no, it's not really that long. So anyway. Thank you, one and all, for making it this far, and god damn, is that something else. As always, if you enjoyed our live shows, you can probably eventually find us uploaded as an archive on YouTube. If you are reading this or watching this on YouTube, I don't know why you'd be reading it, but hey, it might happen. If you're watching this on YouTube, well, we have a Twitch channel where everything's a lot fresher because it's live and not downloaded and reposted. Anything else to say? Tell your friends, tell your family, tell people you hate about this podcast, because god damn, we need some more people in this biznatch. Because honestly, the most entertaining parts happen when people start talking. Yeah.
That and like when we're that and when we're incredibly depressed.
Yes, that too. Anyway, so thank you all for joining us at this point in time. I hope you all have a fantastically horrible day. And see you all next time. And remember, there's always more, and it always gets worse.